Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Baer Cave, the Lego, the site, and the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you're not yet a subscriber, you can say hi or use other people's emotes. Or if you wanted to be a lurker, you could just be a lurker, and that would be cool. And you just hang out. Lashberg is here. Lieselotte is here. Welcome, welcome. We're currently at 35 subscribers. The goal is to hit 40. Now, there's a bigger goal later. The goal right now is to hit 40. In the future, I will want to hit more than that. But right now, my goal is 40. But on Tuesday, the goal bumps up to 75. That's right. Because on Tuesday, I will be doing the subathon. Subathon. The subathon is a multi-hour, don't know how long, stream where my goal is to get to 75 subscribers. At 40 subscribers, we look at my TV appearances and best of my college humor bits. At 50 subscribers, we watch some new catch wrestling, which is French early 90s wrestling that is fucking wild. At 60 subscribers, I will sing some anime karaoke songs. Those are karaoke songs and sing-along songs of the anime and video game persuasion. And at 75, I will, for the first time ever, drink Pepsi milk. That's pilk. I don't want to do that, but I do want to hit 75 subscribers and break my record. I'll be playing some Persona 4 with mods. I will play in some Hearthstone. I have some Nintendo industrial videos to watch, like GameStop or Babbage's video and some other stuff that we were watching. That we'll be checking out while I am eating, probably, so that I have something to do while that happens. Real quick, because you're here early, friends, I'm going to show you this. This is my watching old videos overlay. We won't do this for like everything, but some videos we will use this overlay where you can definitely still see me, and then there will be videos that will appear over there. Right now it's just the thing, and then it'll be like what we're doing now and what we're doing soon. If there's any upcoming things, and then of course the goals at the top are there. So that's I'm pretty proud of this setup. It's almost perfect. I think the text above me is maybe actually a little too big. Maybe I should resize that now that I'm looking at that. I'm gonna do like something like that. We'll see. I think that actually might be better. But that is going to be our overlay for the event. One of the overlays for the event. We'll have the usual ones. But like, watching industrials that are 4x3 and old, like they don't have to be full screen. So I think that will look kind of cool. It'll still have my usual things. This is also me experimenting with using VLC, because we're going to use VLC for that, and having VLC just show up and not have it me using display for some stuff. I think that's actually going to make my life a lot easier. Tonight, we're working on Lego. That's actually the reason we're here. That was some promotion. Forgive me. I got this Lego set here. It is the Sunken Treasure Mission 3-in-1. Right now, this is the sub that we're building, and then we are going to work on a... what do we got to work on after that? We're going to work on... part of this is an octopus, and then like a safe, and a skeleton, a scuba skeleton. One would assume it was a scuba person who then became a skeleton, still wearing scuba gear. So we'll work on that. That'll be fun. And we'll hang out and all the usual stuff. This might be a laid-back stream tonight because we don't have a lot of people in the chat, which is okay. Would I like more people here? Of course. Is it all right if we have like a light Saturday? Yes. So, I try to answer those questions. I'm going to retweet my tweet, see if we can get a few more friends in here. At some point in the next hour, I will take Aristophan just resubbed at tier 2. That's 54 months. That's just bonkers. I'm going to hit the old applause there. Thank you so much to you, Aristophan. Let's throw the Baer Cave, the Lego, the site, the moat into chat. Arctic Sauce already doing it, which we appreciate. Aristophan, thank you for the 54 months. That's radical. At tier 2, so you get that blue emote, which is very cool. Appreciate you. Thank you for that. What was I going to say? I don't know. I was going to say something, and I don't remember what it was. Uh, Shit. Yeah, I really don't know. Oh, chill evening. Gonna work on some Lego. Retweeting my tweet. This is what I was gonna say. At some point, I will put music on for a second, and I will go to like the pre-roll thing, um, my pre-show stream page, because I forgot to get water. I don't want to do it right now. I don't want to ruin the momentum we're building right now. But I do need water at some point because I did have a long phone call and a meeting, a Zoom meeting, and a D&D session today. So I've used my voice quite a bit, and I'm definitely going to need some water. As you can see here, we do have our friend that we're building right here, our pilot for our sub in there, and we've got some of the sub done, and we're going to continue working on that. I have knolled every piece I need, which you cannot see, but believe me, there are knolled pieces directly off this, and it should go swimmingly because we won't have to do that. Eventually, we will have to disassemble everything when this is all done so that we can do the other things. You know, we got that big lobster to build and a different sub, and then we got that manatee and an undersea little setting. So we got more to build, which of course we will. All right, so we need dark gray 1x2s up here. Put those on. I hope everyone's doing well out there on the old internet. As I said, I had a D&D session today. Is my regular group. We haven't met in a little while, but we got together, and that's always fun. I always enjoy gaming with them. Also, that means that I don't have to DM because I've talked about this on stream. I am part of a collective where people just make themselves available, and those kind of happen sporadically or all the time. And some people have broken off into their own real groups out of that. But lately, I have been doing a lot of GMing for that collective, and not a lot of playing. So to be able to play in my D&D group where I am not the DM is really nice. I'm always happy to have that option. And so we got a session in, had a meeting. This is an ongoing project that was supposed to start. This project has just been pushed back so many times. Originally, it was going to start in December. Like, I know it was going to start in December because one of the people in charge of this project was annoyed that I was not available throughout all of December because of PAX Unplugged, and because of Christmas time. I just wasn't going to be as available as they wanted because they were sure we were getting started then. And then it was, oh, we're definitely going to get started in January. Now we are almost at March, y'all, and I don't think that project's getting started soon. It would be work. It would be a full-time job that I can do remotely. It would pay well. It is not necessarily my main tool set, but it is something that I am certainly qualified to do, and would be happy to do it. I just need to get it to actually go. It would not affect streaming. I mean, I might be tired more because it would be a lot of morning work, but I would definitely take naps if that was something that I was starting to feel bad about waking up early. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that something comes of it. Or Wristband says work is good. Work is good. It is good to have employment. The thing that I was talking today, I was talking with my folks. They return on Sunday, not tomorrow, a week from tomorrow. My folks return. So I will be moving stuff back in. My last stream in this space, not in this house, in this space, will be Thursday, which gives me all of Friday and Saturday to move into the other room. Because otherwise I'd have to wake up really early on Sunday to move all this stuff out if I stream Saturday night. So I'm going to finish up in here this coming Thursday, and then I will move all my stuff back in so that a week from tonight I will be back in my bedroom to stream. But yeah, they're coming back. But I was talking to them, talking to my folks today. That was my phone call that I had. And I was talking about how I don't have a lot of stuff to look forward to coming up, right? I have found, and it took me a very long time to figure this stuff out. And maybe you're the same way as me. Maybe it hasn't dawned on you. Maybe you've always known this about yourself. Or maybe it doesn't affect you at all. But I need to have things lined up that I'm excited about to be my best at doing the things that I don't really care about, right? Like, obviously, I have my streams, and I love doing this, right? I have the subathon on Tuesday that I'm excited for. I am 97% ready to go for that. There's a couple things I need to work out before Tuesday. I'm tweaking some things here and there. I'm excited for that, right? Streaming is a thing that I do 4 times a week, right? So it's only so much. It's now just part of my routine. It's not like, the subathon is a big event, but it's not the biggest events. Ooh, my nails are not long enough to get this fucking piece up off the floor here. Oh, you know what I can do? Hell yeah. I couldn't get my fingers underneath this piece here, so I just put this on top of it to pick it up. So that was a unique issue. We're working on something here, so we'll get this together. So anyway, I don't really have a lot of things. Now, I do have maybe some things, right? There exists the possibility that I will be chosen to participate in Plamo Weekender, right? Can't say for sure I'm going to do that. I think they'll ask me to do it, but I can't say for sure because there have been a lot of submissions and they want to have some new people. I've done it the past 2 years. Totally reasonable to think that they might want me to take a year off, which I understand. I do have consistent viewers. I have made decent money during my shifts. I promote and take things seriously. Okay, so this is the back of our vehicle here. This is just like the entrance, I guess. And then we gotta have this thing clip on there. So this goes in like this. And then that's gonna clip on here. I'm gonna do it like on the outside so that I have that go in there. Great. Lock that in place. Nice. We got other pieces to put on this side here. Great. But yeah, I don't know if I'm getting that. So I can't say that I'm looking forward to that event because I haven't been confirmed to be doing that event, right? So once that gets confirmed, then that's the thing I'm looking forward to, right? I don't have any conventions on the docket this year. I don't have any other charity things or podcast appearances lined up. I have my streams. I have some work. I will say this: there is something that I do have coming up in April that will be interesting, but I wouldn't call. But it's work related, so I am like excited about doing it because it is a on-site work and it is within my field of expertise, which is live theater tech. So I am excited about having the opportunity to do some live theater tech. I put that on wrong. But like, it's not the same. Like I need to have like events lined up that I want to work, and that's important to me, and I don't really have those right now. So I have to like figure out things to be excited about. I am learning some software I've never used before, and that's fun. Is a visual program for projectors that a lot of it's a freeware program, so that's why a lot of people use it, of course. That basically you have playlists and you can pick your projections and what goes there and how long they go, and you build like a playlist of stuff to go out there for art installations, and some professionals use it as well. It's not as robust as like QLab, where you could also have sound effects and lighting cues and stuff like that. You can build in lighting cues. I'm not super familiar with that, but you can do that. It just seems like neat software, and I tweeted about this the other day. The tutorial I found for it by people that make the software is one of the most boring things I've ever seen on the internet. I described it as being done by someone who is very sleepy. And spoiler alert, the next video in my series of Baerly Rehearsed will be loosely based on this tutorial, which I have had to watch several times. And the person is so low energy and tired going through this tutorial that is unbelievable. It is remarkably funny how tired this person is. But I'm learning it. I'm learning the software, and I'm excited to learn. I'm hopeful that I will be able to. We can build 2 of these at a time, so we're going to do that. Put this right there. We'll build 2 at a time. I'm hopeful that this job's going to go well. It's local, and it is people that I don't know. I was recommended by a friend of a friend, and it's fairly local. I mean, it's going to require a little bit of travel, but not much travel. It's in April. It is a job in, and my goal is obviously do a great job, get paid, be excited about that, do job well done, all that stuff. But also, if while I'm doing that, I could also meet some people and make some connections and chat up the other people working this event and the people putting this event on and the people that run the venue, and like let people, because I've put myself out there, but to a lot of folks in this area, to a whole lot of people, unfortunately, to a lot of people that are locals, I am still a guy that's going to move to New York in a month. I'm not. But since I came from New York and I don't have roots here, this is just where my parents retired to, I am seen by many people as like lower, as someone like they're less interested in hiring than somebody they've known for a long time that's been around for a long time. I totally understand it. It's a totally reasonable thing to go. It's short-sighted because I'm better than them. I'm very good at doing things. I joke about this a lot, but I am self-deprecating about many things except for live theater tech. I will never, ever self-deprecate about that. I will never allow myself for even a moment, even jokingly, to ever pretend like I'm not incredibly fucking good at lighting and sound cues and reading a script for the first time and nailing every fucking cue of putting together and learning people's tech and improving the venue that I'm working out of by making suggestions or bringing in the proper gear, by being a goddamn fucking professional at every element of it, by like, if it's improv, calling a fucking great blackout for a group that I don't know, under lots of constraints, time constraints and all that, and balancing all it together. All of those things, I'm very fucking good at it. I'm bullshit award-winning good at it. Not that it's bullshit. The award itself was bullshit, but I won the ECNY Best Technician 3 years in a row. I told them they had to stop. I was like, hey, you need to stop nominating me for this award because I'm just going to keep winning it, which was true. I was just going to keep winning that goddamn award until they finally, eventually stopped making me eligible for nomination. The ECNY Awards, which used to be the Emerging Comics of New York Award, and then they got rid of it being an acronym and just called it ECNY, was voted on by alternative comedy runners of venues and shows and comics themselves. And then there was a lot of audience vote. And it looks very fucking good. It looked good on a resume. And I do say, I won Best Technician 3 years in a row, and I only stopped winning it because I requested to be taken off the nomination so other people could be recognized. The first 2 years that I won that award, I was unable to go because of work. And because I knew I wasn't going to get nominated again because I'd asked them not to, I showed up for the third year. And because it was a comedy award show, they allowed people to do some comedy bits, right? Some people just told stand-up jokes. Some people had some videos and various things. And so I requested tech time, and I did a bit. And the bit was, it was a very meta bit. The bit was that I had not requested a tech time, and I had tech. And so I did it live on stage, where it was like, hey, do you have that one? It was like, hey, could you do a spotlight for this right now? I'm so sorry to ask this. Folks, I got the emails, but I didn't read them. And it was just a dig at comedy people for not doing their due diligence, where I was like, hey, I sent you like 3 images. Could you get that together in a PowerPoint? And then I was just like, okay, great. Thanks so much. And I would love you to play a song. And I don't remember what it's like. It's like, I don't remember who wrote it or what the name of the song is. And then I just like told the tech person, like, it's like, and it was Robot Rock by Daft Punk. And so, of course, instantly the tech person has it and plays it. And then I'm like, oh, thanks so much. And of course, like, we had a tech rehearsal, and I explained the person the bit. And the tech person that was doing the show was like, this fucking rules. This is so funny, because they were so sick of this shit too. And I did the bit, and then the host came out and went, wow, Pat made a lot of tech demands, huh? Like, didn't get the bit at all. And I was just like, vindicated. I was like, ha, you didn't even get that was fucked up. Because you're a selfish tech person. Or a selfish performer. But anyway, when it comes to tech stuff, I will toot my own fucking horn. I will say I'm very fucking good at it. And I think I'm like top tier. Ooh, did I miss some steps here? Yes, I did. I did miss a step. I'm not top tier about missing building steps on this. Hey, Lord Crashington, welcome. So anyway, all this to say, I'm excited about a few things here and there, but I do need to have more things on my agenda to be excited about. I think if I get into Plamo Weekender, that'll be great, because I will have I will try to do like podcast appearances to promote it and all that. Look, I am excited about September coming up. Not September, but Subathon. The Subathon. It's like September. I am excited about the Subathon, which is coming, of course, this Tuesday. You know, I'm excited about doing it. I think it'll be neat. I'm hopeful that people will come out and support and hang out and do all that. Okay, so I need these two. I need these two. I need these two. I need these two. But I do need other things on the docket to get excited about. I need to like feel the excitement and like get pumped about things and like start thinking about them. And like months in advance, I want to have like shower thoughts about a thing and be like, ooh, I could do that and I could do this. Like I work best with those kinds of thoughts of like I'm the kind of person that packs like that gets the clothes together like 2 months in advance, or at least like if I'm not packing my bags, I know what I want to bring and I know what I need. And like when I have panels at conventions, as soon as I know I'm doing, let's be fucking real. I was about to say, as soon as I know I'm doing my panel at a convention, I start planning it and prepping. I've done prep for panels that did not get accepted. I never did a panel at FlameCon. I submitted several panels to FlameCon over the years and never got accepted. There is work that I did. Like I didn't go so far as to like book guests expecting to get in, but I did go so far as to like figure out who I was going to ask and plan things. Like there's a version in the same way that I have done yelling about the shows we love for Pat Bear's Anime Club at PAX. I have a version of Pat Bear's Anime Club for like a queer convention, like a queer forward convention. That show being Pat Bear's Anime Club, the anime that didn't make us gay but could have. Is the title. There's a shorter, cleaner title than that. I didn't get far enough with it to ever really like work on the title. But the idea being it's an episode where I have a bunch of queer folks who love anime talking about the anime that like maybe facilitated their awakening, or in retrospect, they were like, I don't want to say that it was Sailor Moon is the reason that I am who I am, but it certainly didn't hurt things, like that kind of thing. And talking about some of our youthful loves in anime. That's a show that like I haven't done yet, but I have prepped for it. There is a folder on an external hard drive, a PAX folder and others things on there that has like what anime I would talk about, what guests I would ask for like 2018. Like I didn't do that panel because they didn't get accepted. This is how this thing opens back here. See that? Just like that. The back of it. And of course there's the pod in the front. This is very cool. We're almost done with this. I'm going to get some water because I forgot to get water earlier. I'll do that once we finish this. Once we finish our sub friend here, I will go and do that. Wait. Oh, they go on the side here. Okay, sorry, I couldn't figure out where these went. Anyway, I hope to have some things to look forward to for the year, and also I hope you have things to look forward to. Could be vacations or work trips or projects you're going on or anything like that. I hope you have stuff to look forward to. Hey, if you're looking forward to the final season of Attack on Titan Part 3, Part 1, the trailer came out yesterday for that, so you can watch that, or last night. I can't remember when it came out exactly. What a great transition on my part. I did it. Fucking looks good. Like, Mappa knows what they're doing. Making the Part 1 and Part 2 of Part 3 of the final season of Attack on Titan. Lord Crashing wants to hit the dance button. Sure, I'll hit the dance button. We can celebrate my good transition. We only have so many days left of this. This stream, Monday stream. I guess I could play it on Tuesday. Tuesday will still technically be Tuesday, the subathon. We'll certainly have an opportunity to play that. I mean, one would hope there will be a lot of fucking sound effects being played. That I'll be playing the clapping sound constantly as we get closer and closer to my sub goal. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Mappa does great work. It being like a 2-part special is interesting. The art looks fucking great, and I hope it turns out awesome, and I hope it's everything that fans want, even though I know that there are a lot of people that were unhappy with how Attack on Titan, the manga version, ended, so who the fuck knows if people will be like really fucking psyched about it or not, or differently disappointed. But that came out, so that's good. We like that. We're happy for folks, even if it isn't our jam. I could still be happy. So talked about that. Talked about Subathon. Will it be the Game of Thrones of anime? So, Lord Crashington, the hope is the opposite. Well, what can I say? So, the manga ended in a way that some people liked and a lot of people really didn't. So, it's possible that the Attack on Titan anime is true to the manga, which would disappoint some people, or it could be its own thing, but that maybe disappoints people in a totally different way, or like makes some changes that people are actually like really psyched about. It has the chance to like make things better. Like I talked about this a while ago, and 2 years ago now, for the last season of Food Wars, the final season of Food Wars, which was disappointing, but also the last arc in the manga was also fucking disappointing. So in one way or another, it was actually good. Like, it was true to the manga. It's just that the manga wasn't great how it ended. So it's possible that the do I have I don't have a piece that I would need for this. Yeah. Unless this is supposed to be... Let me just do a little... Oh, there it is. I was like, I don't have a piece I need. It's because they rolled under. So, obviously, I should say, Game of Thrones, isn't over, right? The anime, or the anime, the live action went in its direction because the source material wasn't done. Attack on Titan is done. So they can either do their own thing, good or bad, or be faithful, which in some instances would bum people out. And in other instances, would be perfect, exactly what they want. So it's going to be interesting to see what they end up doing and how close it is to the manga. Good, like I said, good or bad. That's going to be very telling. But it is a different situation. It is, again, similar to like Food Wars, where they did a good job of adapting an arc that was bad and people didn't like. At least Attack on Titan source material was finished, not nebulous outline in a writer's head. Yes. So like that's where it's different. That's where like when your anime is based on a manga and it's a weekly manga and you catch up to the source material. And then you just have to do a bunch of bullshit or take a long break or just go your own fucking way. The anime Flame of Recca straight up kills a character that is not killed in the manga because they did not think that they were going to get more anime episodes. And the manga had not, they had gotten to the point where they were going to take a hiatus, but they caught up to the manga. And they just killed the character because they wanted to have a good ending to that part of the anime. But that character did not fucking die in the manga. And it is unbelievable. I mean, it worked for Full Metal Alchemist. Well, not really. Nice burn it all down moment. Yes. Hey, Sin, welcome. Yeah, I mean, so Full Metal Alchemist gets to do a thing where I haven't done, other people who are more knowledgeable than me have done a good job on YouTube of talking about the differences and the argument that I agree with that both versions of Full Metal Alchemist have their should exist. That you can't just say that, well, the changes that were made to Brotherhood are all universally good, and the stuff that gets skipped, it's better for it. I think Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is fantastic. But there's part of me, maybe nostalgia, maybe just thinking that shit's cool, that really likes the original Full Metal Alchemist. The original FMA is great. And some of the changes made in Brotherhood, I don't particularly love. But it is such an interesting and unique and rare existence of a thing to have the ability to have both. It's fine. I could have skipped the sad golem bit. I didn't need the sadness again and more. I mean, yes and no. I mean, look, there are changes that are made that are for the positive. There are changes that are made for the negative. I think both stand on their own. I think both are excellent. It is fucking cool that Full Metal Alchemist has 2 good anime adaptations. I would argue that despite the fact that some things were changed, that the 2011 Hunter x Hunter blows the 1999 Hunter x Hunter anime adaptation out of the fucking water. Are there some good elements to the 1999? Yeah, there's some things that work well, but also they made some changes to that totally fuck up everything. Like, the 2011 doesn't have a character in the beginning that you will then meet later in the show that is there in 1999. And that changes how those characters interact, but it is for the better because in 1999, the anime gets it wrong about a character. They just get this character wrong. And there's also a change they make to the relationship. They basically go from, oh, your aunt is your brother's sister to your aunt is your mother's sister. And that is, or mother's friend, I should say, not even related to you. And that's huge. That's a huge change. Because it makes Jin even a worse dad. Because he doesn't leave you with your aunt. He leaves you with a woman that grew up with your mom. Unbelievable. Being able to do a director's cut redo of a show is cool. Yeah, I think so. There will be a day where I can look at Trigun Stampede and say, it's fucking cool that they made another Trigun. Right now, I can't do that. I'm aware I can't do that, mostly because I think it in still frames, the new Trigun looks dope. But I don't think that while being animated, while in motion, I don't particularly love how Stampede looks. And I'm not ready to forgive them for getting rid of Millie. Just not ready. Maybe someday I will be ready to forgive them for getting rid of a fantastic, lovely minor character and replacing them with a drunk old man named Robert De Niro. I just don't know if I'm ready. I just know for a fact I'm not ready to love again when it comes to Trigun. Hellsing Ultimate is better, mostly, even if I had already seen the first. Yeah, I think Hellsing Ultimate is a fantastic second chance. Hell, we got that with fucking JoJo, where they were like, we're going to try to do this, but have it make more sense. Yeah, we're going to go for broke one more time with JoJo, because we didn't nail it. We thought we nailed it, but we didn't nail it. I respect it. If Western TV wasn't so expensive for big shows, it'd be cool to do that without waiting decades. Did they reboot Charmed? I feel like some shows do get that. Charmed TV show. I want to see, did they reboot Charmed? I want to say that came out. 2018. Yes, it ran for 4 seasons, or it's running for. Did Charm reboot get canceled? Okay, it ended. It ended in May of last year. That's when a lot of series from CW got changed, got taken out. Okay, and then people were like, "Is there going to be a 5th season on Netflix?" Because Netflix was airing that. But no. I don't know. It doesn't happen that often, but I think it's kind of cool. Well, CW killed a ton of shows because of Discovery Plus. Yeah, totally. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air got rebooted as more of a drama. Yeah, that's a great example of that. Of hey, we're going to take this thing and we're going to but it's not just going to be, hey, remember this? It's not just nostalgia. It's getting you in the door and then we'll do something cool with it. And I think that's kind of neat. I don't hate that. I do like original ideas, certainly. I also think that the case for me is Judge Dredd. The Judge Dredd movie that is just we're gonna do Judge Dredd, but it's gonna be one cool weird building survival, because the first incarnation of movie of it is really hacky and jokey and weird, and it's a Stallone movie. But we're just gonna do Judge Dredd again, and we're gonna go for that. And I think, like, yes, it is a Raid ripoff, but also, like, more movies should be ripping off Raid and Raid 2, because Raid and Raid 2 fucking whip ass. So people should be stealing from good shit. If you're gonna steal, it better be good. Hey, this is a scuba skeleton. We built a scuba skeleton. Just, I don't know if you know this, but we built a scuba skeleton, and now we're gonna build a safe. And that's cool. Quantum Leap got a soft reboot with non-binary characters, so that's fun. Yes, that is fun. You're right, Sin. All right, so I need water. I desperately need water. I'm going to get some water. So I am going to go to this screen, and I'm going to play a little music, and I'll be back in just a moment with a beverage for me to drink. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay. I'm getting settled in again, and get my mic back. All right, let me turn this music off. Sorry about that, everybody. I just forgot my water. It was sitting in the kitchen. I didn't even have to pour anything. Hell yeah. But yeah, I mean, I like if you're going to reboot something, you should change it up. You should go and do something different. I do think that, like, because sometimes they're just like, hey, we're going to do this anime thing again, but we have better technology now. And it's like, yeah, but maybe part of the reason people like it is because of nostalgia. And maybe the thing isn't actually, like, you don't have to. The example that I use is the modern remake of Orphan, which is just the same source material. It's just more Orphan. Sorcerer, Stabber, Orphan. He's just more fucking Orphan. And guess what? The corny jokes that worked the first time kind of didn't even work the first time. And it doesn't hold up. And it feels archaic and old because the tortured... There is always going to be a place for a tortured main character who is, like, trying to hide behind humor because they are so sad, because they have been put in impossible situations and they are doing their fucking best, and they hide behind being a fucking creep and an asshole. I get it. I understand it, but it didn't have to have a remake because it doesn't need a remake. It's silly to have one because it doesn't hold up. And the original Orphan was fucking fine. Now, if you want to finish the fight, I respect finishing the fight. We've talked about how honestly lovely it is that all of Fruits Basket got adapted, because it hadn't been all adapted, and it's beautiful that it did. And there's the movie that has the prequel scenes about her parents, and it's lovely and it rules. Also, there were some changes made to it that you only get by having the manga be done for so long, and there were some updates that made sense for the time, and there are a lot of classic elements to it that, like, work. So I think that's totally reasonable. I don't know why they rebooted Shaman King just to do another retelling of Shaman King. I don't fucking know why they did that shit. No real reason that I can see for doing fucking Shaman King again. Hunter x Hunter in 2011 made a lot of fucking sense, because in 1999 they, like, ran out of anime, or they ran out of manga, and then they stopped airing it, and then they put out some specials, and they, like, changed the world in ways that, like, weren't great and was kind of a bummer. Changed some things. And so then when they kept making the OVAs, it didn't work right. So by rebooting it in 2011, it like made a lot of sense because there was a lot more of the manga. Like, I don't think they should, to me, it was just like, it was a no-brainer. It was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, the manga is still beloved and people will still want to experience it. And why not give them, like, better art for it and, like, actually tell more of the story? Like, all of that made complete total sense to me. I think Shaman King was to get away from the 4Kids dub that was its Western legacy. Lord Crashington, I don't know about that. I don't think I don't think the animation industry, which is, based largely in Japan, cares if adaptations are bad. I don't think they care. Because it aired on television in Japan. If you want to say that, like, oh, Shaman King, let's do a new dub of it. We're going to do a brand new dub. We're going to, like, that would make sense to me. But they're not going to put, because the thing that, there is anime on U.S. television, but that is not the point. The point of dubs that air in America, or subs that airs in America, are part of a package deal because it's all about streaming. Anime in Japan is still about TV ratings. It exists, like, obviously created, brand new art exists there, new works exist, but also they are attempting to sell you on manga and light novels and all of that. That's also a big component of it. But there's TV ratings to think about, which is why, like, because, I was the same way for a very long time, and I still get that way. We're like, the French Open is happening, so my anime isn't going to air. But I don't give a shit. The French Open isn't airing on U.S. television. The French Open isn't airing on Crunchyroll, so just fucking put the episode out and then put it out later in Japan. But no, Japan's going to put out that episode on TV for the TV ratings a week later, and we just have to deal with it not being out for a week. Because, like, that's the priority that gets made for that stuff. It is TV first, streaming second. Like, there are programs that are like web only, original net animations that are out in Japan on YouTube. They're available, but they're not licensed internationally, and maybe some of them get picked up. And sometimes they do get in English. They are international, but not always, because it's like, it's fine. We're good. We don't really need to worry about it. And you're like, okay, sure. Obviously, the international market is not an afterthought like it used to be, but it's still not as much of a priority, especially because a lot of the companies that are producing anime are doing so by partially being funded by TV networks that want to have anime airing because because they want to make money. If you see a TV something or other, a TV logo at the start of an anime, or like if an original anime says King Records on it, like, y'all probably have known this at some point, that we have Evangelion because the people that ran King Records had an upcoming anime slot, and they offered it. They were like, hey, do you want to make something? We've got music, because we have a TV slot. Do you want to make something? That's why Evangelion exists, because there was an upcoming open slot on TV. And they were like, why don't you make something for that? You're going through a depression. And here's some music that we need to. Here's some artists we need to have music for this to make it make sense for us financially. It's like fucking weird as hell. That is just like, yeah, a record label needed an anime. That's why we have Neon Genesis Evangelion. Bizarre shit. Weird shit. I don't hate that it exists because of that, but it's fun. Let's see. We got a little time before the pause for the cause where I'll talk about ways you can support what we do here. Let's see if there's anything we want to talk about here. Any highlights? Don't really want to get into that. Some stuff got added for the old AEW Revolution. We'll probably talk about that, this coming week. The weird that the face of the Revolution ladder match, which normally happens at the Revolution pay-per-view, which is why it has a Revolution in it, the winner of which gets an upcoming TNT title match. That's going to happen on Wednesday. And the lineup of that is fucking sick. Let's see. Got here. Let's see. 8 names. Konosuke Takeshita, Ortiz, Action Andretti. I need 2 more of these. Powerhouse Hobbs, AR Fox, Sammy Guevara, Eddie Kingston, and Commander. That's Commander with 1 M and 1 K, who is a unbelievably fantastic luchador. And it fucking rules that Commander is going to be in there. Commander is going to do some wild fucking shit. It's going to be cool as hell. Now, obviously, the unbelievable tease of Eddie Kingston winning this, becoming the face of Revolution. The idea of either Samoa fucking Joe versus Eddie Kingston, or Wardlow versus Eddie Kingston. Both of those sound fucking rad. Unbelievably cool. A thing that I would love to see happen. That I would be so psyched if it did. Both of those are mouthwater. Eddie Kingston's not winning this. Eddie Kingston and Ortiz are going to have some shit. It's not going to be him. Who do I think is going to win this? I mean, Powerhouse Hobbs winning and then going on to face Wardlow is interesting. Or Joe. That's interesting. Commander versus either of those, both sounds good. I would like it to not be Sammy Guevara, just because I don't like him. Although him versus Joe, him versus Wardlow, I can see both those things being good. Takeshita, that's nice. Ortiz is not winning it. Action Andretti, maybe they're going to be making a push for Action. AR Fox is definitely in there to be a ring general and to make things happen and do some cool shit. I don't count on AR Fox making the big victory here. I think it'd be fucking rad if AR Fox had a TNT title shot. I think that would be neat. I don't think he's going to do it. And Samoa Joe is going to be on commentary for it. So that also could change things. Let's see. Also for Dynamite, you got Orange Cassidy versus Big Bill of the Firm. Big Bill is going to be out there. What a stupid fucking name. Look, did I like W. Morrissey? No. Did I like Will Morrissey? Yeah, I don't hate Will Morrissey. W. Morrissey was not good. Big Bill is such a stupid name for a wrestler. Like Big Bill. Guess what? Big Bill is not going to be the All-Atlantic champion. You don't put a title on a man named Big Bill. You can't. You just don't do that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I really feel like I'm not. Hey, we got gold bars to put in this thing. That's fun. We're gonna put some gold bars. You would? I can't see. Well, one, I can't see. Big Bullet Bill. There you go. I just can't see Big Bill winning that title on Wednesday. I feel like that's probably not going to happen. And Hook is facing Matt Hardy for the FTW Championship. And there's some stipulations that Matt Hardy snuck in that Stokely Hathaway is unhappy with, which I think is great. Oh yeah, so we got some stuff here in there. We can lock that in. That's fun. So that's a fun bit of business. Chris Jericho versus Pretty Peter Avalon. This is huge. This is such a silly, stupid thing. Look, do I think this match is going to go long? No. Do I think it is cool and or fun that Pretty Peter Avalon, perennial jobber, the man that is there to lose, and to work with some people that someday might go higher than him because he is in a crew with Dolph Ziggler's younger brother and Cesar Bononi, who is fucking great. Do I think that that's not a big deal. Do I think that Peter Avalon is going to beat Chris Jericho? No. But I think it's neat that he's going to be in a match on Dynamite. I think that's fucking fun. All right. Up next is an Octopus. We did this. We did our treasure chest here. We've got our skeleton who died trying to make this happen. So we can kind of pose that. We've got our sub. We can set the scene. Our deep sea sub is looking for this chest, trying to get at it. And then, of course, we'll have our octopus over here that is like, no. I decided that's mine. So we got to build an octopus. Octopus. We got to build an octopus first. But before we can build an octopus, we have to do something very important, which is take a pause for the cause and talk about ways you can support the channel and hang out. We got to do that shit. And then we can get back into working on Lego, talking about anime. The stuff I like to do here on stream. Let's go over here to this. There we go. We're over there now. If you are currently a subscriber to the Build with Bear Workshop, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, and the Tier 2 blue emote. If you are a Tier 2, if you're a Wrist fan, you get that Tier 2 emote. Throw those emote in the chat. Let the people know. The best and easiest way to support what I do here is by subscribing. Our immediate, I will shut up when we hit their goal, is 40. Obviously, we got the subathon coming up. We're going to try to go over 40. We're trying to fucking get to 75. That's coming. But right now, we're talking about hitting that 40 subscribers. We are at 35 right now. The goal is 40. If you want to become a subscriber, you can do that with Cash Money or Prime Gaming Token. If you want to gift a sub, a Wrist Fan is the only gift sub person. It's the only one we've had. Just have a Wrist Fan. If you want to gift a sub, you could do that. Bits and coins, always appreciated. There are other ways to support me that do not involve this, though. If you were like, Pat, I don't like dealing with Amazon. I have a Twitch account, but I don't spend any money on people in there. I got you. I hear you. I understand. What about my Patreon? I got a Patreon. There's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. There are different rewards for different tiers. You can jump over at patreon.com/PatBaer, see if there's something that appeals to you. I will have a Q&A video for my all my tiers, 1, 3, 5, and 10. Tomorrow, we'll have a Q&A video that I will be recording tomorrow because I didn't get time to do it today. I had other things to make. I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBaer. You can always subscribe to my YouTube for free, and you should. It's great. But while you're there, if you wanted to, you could become a member there. $2 a month, and you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. And I already talked about what my next Wednesday video is going to be. I think it'll be pretty fun. It'll be a tutorial video parody kind of thing. I think that'll be good, and you'll like it. We'll talk more about the most recent one when we get there. What else do I need to talk to you about? Got YouTube. Blah, blah. Direct donations, because maybe you don't want to do a monthly thing. I just listed 3 ways that you can support me on a monthly basis. But maybe you just want to help me out now and again. Well, you can do that by checking out my PayPal or Stream Elements or my Coffee. And everything I make through direct donations through YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos does actually help me. Through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes into a fund. I take money out of that fund and buy model kits and Lego sets. This is a Lego set that I purchased off that with your help. This nice big 3-in-1 that was a Target purchase. I'm very happy to be able to pick that up there. So thank you very much for that. Now, I have a bunch of stuff in my backlog that I would be happy to build. But you can say, put a pin in that, Pat. Don't build your backlog. Instead, build something that I want you to build by going to my Amazon wish list and buying something off there. I will shoot a dedicated YouTube video about the thing that you have purchased. And I will build the next available thing. That'll be the next thing I build. I've got Lego sets. I got model kits, inexpensive kits, expensive kits, kits with free shipping, kits that are on sale. There's a Zagok E, which is basically the Zagok with a slightly different color scheme, and it's slightly different. But that's down to $20. That's legitimately a good price for a high grade of some age. But yeah, I got high grades and master grades and inexpensive kits and very expensive kits and all kinds of different things that I'd happy to build on stream, and some gear at the bottom because it's always nice to have gear. And if you see something there you'd like to see me put together, you could purchase it. Like I said, I'll make a video about that. It's been a little while since we had anything from the wish list. If you would like to buy something, you could. I mean, I appreciate it. The alternative to that is I have a Throne wish list. You could buy something off my Throne wish list. There's a lot of gift cards and stuff like that on there because it's nice to have alternatives to Amazon. And then USA Gundam Store. Go to USA Gundam Store. Buy a gift card there. Take the gift card code. Send me a DM on Twitter or a whisper on Twitch with your gift card code, and I will use that gift card to buy something from USA Gundam Store. Most likely something from Witch from Mercury, but maybe not, but probably. And you can make a suggestion, be like, hey, I saw this on USA Gundam Store. I'd like to see you build that. That's totally reasonable. If you want to support me for free and you haven't already, join my Discord. My Discord fucking rules, y'all. You should get in on that Discord. It's lovely people that post in build photos and stuff they're working on. It is a great time, and I recommend it. You can check it out. Hey, Harold, welcome. Harold here on a Saturday night. We love that. I'm just going through my pause for the cause. We'll get back to building real soon. Pat Baer's Anime Club. Harold just cheered 50. Thank you so much for that cheer. And we'll go cha-ching. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Harold. A couple video links for you to check out, and then we'll get into some anime talk. Let's talk about Pat Baer's Anime Club. I'll have a new video up on Monday, but the most recent one, if you missed it, was me talking about manga. It's talking about some chill slice of life manga, if you in the mood. And then Baerly Rehearsed. I'm going to tell you this right now, folks. Barely viewed, more like it. Not enough views on this Baerly Rehearsed, which is a shame because it's fucking funny. It's good. It is based on an interaction that happened in a D&D game where a friend of mine was like, you should write that. You should do it as a monologue. And I was like, actually, you're right. It was really funny. Does it make me wish that I still had my costume trunk, easy access to it? It's not in a storage unit. Yes, I wish I had that. I do not have access to that storage unit, so I cannot, unfortunately, could not grab a robe that would have been fun to have in there. That was unfortunate. Sorry, I just have to check something really quick. I apologize, everybody, that I am looking something up right now. We're gonna get back into model kit building in just a second, but I just got an alert and I have to check something and make sure that everything's okay here. So hold on one second. My apologies. All right. Great. That's excellent. Good. Sorry. Just making sure that something was fine because it would have been bad if it wasn't good. I have to be vague. I apologize for being vague. Anyway, before we get back into working on this Lego set and start working on our Octopus friend, a thing has to happen. I got to do this thing, which is I need to, once again, for the last time tonight anyway, plug the subathon. That'll be this Tuesday, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern. That is way earlier than normal. That is 5 hours before we normally stream. I do not know how long the stream will be. It will be probably my longest stream ever. I don't want to say for sure, but like, it's going to be several hours. I will eat during it, which I have not done on stream. Had like a whole meal. We've got some sub goals. We hit 40. We're going to see some TV appearances and some college humor bits. At 50, we'll be watching some French wrestling from the 90s that is fucking wild. At 60, I have some anime and video game karaoke to do. And 75, I will drink Pilk. I will be checking out some mods in Persona 4 Golden for the PC. And I will be playing some scam decks in Hearthstone. Which I have not played on stream, Hearthstone on stream in quite some time, but I have some fun decks, and that is a low energy thing that I could do because I'm going to be streaming for quite a lot of hours. Like, also, if I hit my goal early, I'm still going to keep streaming, and it's going to be a long stream. So we're doing it. It's going to be fun. You'll have fun. You'll like it. We'll have a good time. I've got some Nintendo industrial videos, some like a training video for I'm going to tell you some of them. I'm going to tell you some of them right now, and then we'll get back to building. Let me go into my VG tapes folder here. I have got a segment from the Mickey Mouse Club from 1989 called What I Want to Be, Nintendo Game Counselor. We're going to watch that. I've got Babbage's Nintendo Merchandise Setup, 1997 training video. Nintendo Corporate Training Video, 1994 to 1995. A special on ABC 2020 that is entitled Nuts for Nintendo. And a short video for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, The History of Sonic from 1993, is a VHS rip. That is in Japanese. I don't know how much we're going to watch of that, but we'll at least skip around to that. So I've got fun videos of some industrials, mostly Nintendo, and that one Sonic one. Nuts for Nintendo. I can't wait to watch that with all of you. A lot of those will be shown when I either need a mental break or when I need to eat, which could also help with my mental break. So that will be fun. I gotta drink some water here. We're gonna work on this model kit, or this Lego set, I should say more. Talk about some anime and these nuts for Nintendo. No, with Lord Kush. Let's dramatically transition back to the overhead right fucking now. All right, we transitioned. We're back in it. We're in it to win it. We got our skeleton, our scuba skeleton. We got our treasure here, our safe. We've got our deep sea sub. See our deep sea sub right here. Check that shit out. That shit rules. That is reflecting the overhead light, which is weird. So we'll put all this stuff up here because now we got to build a motherfucking octopus, and that rules that we're going to be doing that. And we're going to talk about some anime. We'll get into that right now. Let's get that loaded up. Anime talk. So, when I talk about Endo and Kobayashi Live, the latest on the Tsundere, Villainess, and Lieselotte, I don't do a play-by-play because this is a complex series. The premise is so fucking involved. Again, I should just really quickly say the premise is Endo and Kobayashi are playing a dating sim, and their plan originally is we're going to play this to work on you being the play-by-play guy, and I'll be the color commentary girl because you're in the broadcast club because of an injury. You had to give up your sports career, and so you're doing this. Now, also, we have the whole fact that he likes her as well. That is one of the reasons why she's there, so we're getting a little bit of romance stuff with that. But the game they start playing turns out that most of the characters in this can hear them talk. And it is not a weird secret. They talk about it. It is a strange turn of events that they can understand each other. So you get, when it's at its best, you get these moments that there's no way you could get these moments outside of this kind of game. Because you have things like, let me look for some examples here. You have like character monologues you wouldn't get. And like, you have segments where characters interact with one another that they never would have done that because like they wouldn't have the opportunity to do that, or they wouldn't be open to the chance to talk to one another. So I'm impressed by it. The Lieselotte's like her issues, her like trying to deal with the fact that like, yeah, she's a villainess, like, but like, what does that mean? Like, what does that actually mean? And now that like the cat's out of the bag and people like understand her better, what does it mean for like her relationship with like the fact that she and the prince have like honest conversations that feel outside the realm of what would be possible in a video game within the anime is interesting. I think it's like grounded and fun. And there's like a fun thing where Elizabeth, who we're barely getting to know. Elizabeth is Fine's mom. Fine's the heroine of the story. Her mom is like, I get the sense that her mom is not supposed to be an important character, but is like having moments of some importance and like trying to move the plot along her way. And like, we're not getting a lot of character stuff from her because we're not supposed to. And that's interesting. Like, there's a lot going on here. I wish that this had a better budget because there aren't a lot of action scenes, but the action scenes we have had have been lacking to put it mildly. It has been not as strong as I would like. The action scenes just haven't looked as good. But the characters reacting to one another, the play between how our real life friendship is maybe going to blossom into something, having some meet cute moments there is good. That's still really fun. I think like we weren't getting enough of that in like the last couple episodes. We're getting more of that now. It's on High Dive. It comes with a strong recommendation for me. It's a weird series that I really think is like nailing it. Let's see. Let's see. Is there anything else from that I'm like, okay. There's still... So I would say that I was expecting this to move a little faster. The Villainess last season, the Villainess who buried the Demon Lord or whatever, that I think moved too fast. This is moving maybe a little too slow. Like, we're not going to meet this witch that they have to fight, the witch that will eventually possess Lieselotte in the future. We have not met this witch, and I don't think we're going to meet this witch until the conclusion of this season. And so it's maybe moving like a little slower than I would like, but it's not bad that it's moving slow. It just does feel like the pacing is a little off. But it's also a dense, weird show that is hard to talk about, but is easy to enjoy. I think it's like fun. Okay, let's see. Farming Life in Another World. From, this is complicated and has moments of fun too. This is just fun. Nothing is complicated. Like, we're just moving on to the real easy shit right now. We are in easy mode. The only thing you have to know about this one is this dude got reincarnated and he got, by mistake, got overpowered in his reincarnation. Partially he got overpowered because he didn't ask for much, and the god that resurrected him just wanted to give him more stuff, like more cool stuff. but also partially because then the god made a mistake and gave him too strong of stuff. But anyway, our main character is basically now the mayor of this village, and that's fine. He doesn't have a problem being the mayor, but the lizard men that moved in, there are no men of marrying age. There's some younger guys, and maybe they wouldn't even marry because, like, this is fun. This dude, his biggest concern is all of the elves that moved in partially so they have a safe place to build up their population because there are only so many elves left, and they have sex with people from other races, and then they give birth to elves, and that's the whole fucking thing. He's the only eligible bachelor in the whole place because they're either young or beastmen that aren't, or lizard men that aren't interested in that. And so he's just like, oof, this is getting tough. He's also married to 2 people. That's fine. That's besides the point. He's still worried that he can't use magic. He ends up fighting some bears and vipers, and then they have a big feast. Flora, who recently came in, who is there because of like the agricultural elements, helps him create mayonnaise and miso. Once again, you got this is an anime. Japanese food is good, and people in a fantasy world are fucking psyched when they get good Japanese stuff. So Japanese style mayo, big hit. Miso, big hit. Not as much of a big hit. The dwarves that we met briefly come back, and they're like, hey, what if we helped you make like whiskey in exchange for some of that wine you make? We thought that wine was pretty cool. And they're like, yeah, all right. So now they can make whiskey. They got a distillery going. And then a bunch of the dwarves are like, hey, the village expanded. How about we move in here? And then, like, we can, like, make some stuff and hang out. And, like, that seems cool for everybody, right? And he's just like, hell yeah. Come on in, dudes. That sounds great because it's all dwarf dudes. And he's like, this is going to be great. Maybe you'll end up liking some of the elves and they'll like you and we can make this happen. But that is a no-go because apparently these dwarves are only interested in women that have beards. That's just the thing they like, y'all. That's just what they like. More power to them. Hell yeah, Donovan and the other dwarves. You're just like, yeah, I mean, if they don't got beards, no thanks. Which is, understandable. Yeah, they like what they like. 2 dragons show up. And Hiraku is just like, I don't know what's about to fucking happen, but I know that I can't have dragons up in here. So he goes and he almost kills one of them. And then that's when the Demon Lord's butler, so the Dragon Lord's butler is just like, hey, no. This is the queen and and the daughter of that the dragon you met before. Like, no, be cool. So Lastamoon, who is the daughter, decides she's going to stay in the village because they don't want this dude to be mad at them. So they're like, hey, do whatever you need to do, like hang out. And then Lastamoon becomes in charge of diplomatic relations because like they have that place for people to stay, but like that that's not necessarily the thing that our dude wants to do. And then the demon general is like, oh shit. This guy now, he misunderstands. And he's like, oh fuck. This dude now controls dragons. That's a nightmare for us. So he's just like, hey. He's basically like, okay, I'm going to send my daughter. Hey, they sent their daughter. I'm sending my daughter. So now the the Demon General's daughter goes to be. She's like, "Hey, I need you to like blend in and like keep an eye on stuff because we need to be in good relations with them too." And she's fucking terrified because she's just like this. They have like all these like goblins that are strong enough to defeat us, and like what? And they have intelligence. What the fuck's going on? Everyone here is super strong. This is a nightmare. But she's scared, but also maybe kind of likes Hiroko. So she's like, I know I'm here on a spy mission, but like I'm definitely gonna hang out. So we are once again increasing the potential harem. This show, I mean, like it's for comedic effect that he's just like, oh boy, I am too popular. Like it is often silly and is often part of the joke. I think it's a light joke, and I think it's fine. I do want to point out that this is going to be part of our Octopus. And you know it's an internal piece because of these bright colors. Excuse me. That is a staple of Lego, is the bright colors that don't mean shit, that are not important because you won't see them. But it's like a little secret thing. Like we know that there's some cool colors going on in this. But it won't matter. Because it's just going to be a big old octopus, friends. That's the guts. Yes, indeed, Lord Crashing It. We're just making colorful guts. Ask me anything about the internal parts of an octopus, and I will not have a good answer for you, because that is outside of my knowledge base. Anyway, that's Farming Life in Another World. Y'all... Mother's Basement, which is great, and you should check that out. Jeff does a great job. Just put out an episode about the trash from this season, and that show is not included, which tells you how totally fine it is as a program, and also how much fucking trash is out there. I might have to watch an episode of that fucking boy band group of robots that become an idol group, because that just seems terrible in a way that I might need to see a little bit of. But there's a few things in there I am not watching because it just does seem fucking terrible. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I want to check that stuff out. There's still that the series about the fairy, the girl that can see fairies, that I do want to check out an episode of, because I have heard some good things about it. It's apparently very much a drama, but like a shoujo drama, and like I could be up for that. It's been a hot minute since I watched one of them, so I haven't made my decision on if I'm going to be checking that out or not. Let me see here. What numbers? We're not ready to. We are not ready to start talking about the new season of anime. I have one more show to talk about, by the way, but I just want to quickly go to AniChart and see when the spring 2023 starts. April. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Beginning of April. If I do sort by next thing episode. Yeah, April 2nd. Eden Zero, second season is coming out. My Clueless First Friend. Ooh, that art looks pretty fun. Oh, that seems nice. A little slice of life about a girl who gets picked on, and then a new kid in school just decides, hey, you seem nice. We'll be friends. Oh, that seems cute. Ooh. Oh, y'all. New anime trash. Speaking of trash, the second season of In Another World with My Smartphone. Oh, God. The show that has so many waifus. I was reading the manga, and at some point I just lost track of all of the many girls that are in it. There are so many. They just start adding in new girls that he gets engaged to, and I just got lost. God. It ended on a cliffhanger where there was another person that seemed like he was also reincarnated. Yeah, I guess I'm fucking probably going to end up watching that. Jesus. In Another World with My Smartphone is just so easily watchable garbage. It's such light trash. Holy shit. I'm probably gonna fucking watch that. Oh boy. Yeah. That's kind of me with every side character in Comey. Yeah, there's a lot. Like I'm way behind on Comey, but there are a lot of characters that like they're just like, hey, there's a school. Let's see what sticks. And it's just like, y'all, you got a lot. There's a lot of people in this school, huh? I mean, it makes sense, but we don't really need to know all of them. We don't really need to know all of them. All right, we're getting our some of our squid stuff together here. We'll get all that just really covered up here. Okay. We still need to talk about chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Dragon King's army. I'm still an episode behind on this, but, you know, someday I'll get caught up and chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon King's army. We met the new hero, not the hero that almost killed our guy's dad, but the brand new hero that took over because that guy retired. So he's the same as the Demon King retired. The last hero also retired. This girl is very young. She and the subordinates that are with her, part of her party, are really interested in all of the mithril weaponry. And Rady is like, hey, I need another subordinate, not party member, fucking subordinate. Like that's like an important thing because she's still the goddamn hero, but she is looking for another person to join. And there are only two people that could possibly do it. Gishtina is the guy that like is now he was like pretty pig-headed, but then he realized how fucking strong and cool Daryl is, and now he's a good boy. He came around pretty fast. Anyway, they fight. He does okay. And then Rady duels Daryl, I should say, not Daniel, Daryl. And Daryl, turns out Daryl kicks ass and kicks her fucking ass and is definitely fucking stronger. Now, is she going full force? Towards the end, she is, and he is definitely not. He is not struggling to fight her. It's a pretty good fight scene. And then she's just like, hey, join my party. And he's just like, no, thanks. I'm good. And we get a flashback to Droys, who is part of the demon army. She's one of the generals. And we've seen her. She's basically been like the girl that like is with his brother, who's like trying to get him to do a good job as the new Demon King, the Demon Lord, and is just really failing. But anyway, she would put peace above anything else, like whatever it was. She was just like, that's the most important thing. And so he's like, even beyond the fact that joining her would mean that he would be fighting his own brother. He's like, his half brother. He's like, I'm not doing that. So he's like, I'm not going to help you defeat the Demon King. And she starts to come to understand. She's like following him around because she's looking to understand like, this guy's really strong. It would be really helpful. But also like, why wouldn't he want to join the Heroes Party? And others say like, oh, he's putting peace and prosperity and the defense of the people that mean something to him, like his wife and kid and like this village. Like that's the thing that's important to him more than anything else. And then, so she's like, finally, like, no, this is the last chance. I really need you to do this. And that's when he's just like, okay, here's something that they don't fucking teach you, that I will teach you. I'm going to clue you in on this shit. The reason why there's a Demon King and a demon army is to defend the demons from humans. Because you can look into history books, the Demon King and the Demon Army have never invaded humanity. They've only defended themselves from the hero because humans are so scared of demons that they create an army to go and take care of the Demon King. So the Demon King had to create an army to defend themselves, which is like news to her. And so she's like, hey, instead of joining my party, I know you don't want to do that. I'm not going to try to force you to do it. What if you became my mentor? And then he's excited about that because maybe it means that he can just be like, teach her, like, kind of dissuade her from going through with this whole war thing. Meanwhile, Lady Joyce, we met, she is despondent because they can't find Daryl. And the army is just like falling apart. But one of the other generals has followed the demon Rizit, I think it was Rivet, that knows where Daryl is. That was just like, okay, I'm going to pretend like I didn't see any of this. Now one of the other demon generals knows that Daryl's there, and we're going to get some, one would assume, fucking conflict coming up. I'm going to guess conflict. If I had to guess what was coming next in this next episode, that is I believe out, that came out, like, that comes out tomorrow, I think, or maybe it came out today. I don't remember, but my assumption is that there will be some conflict. Look at this thing. We're getting our octopus face together here. We're getting a lot done on this octopus with some colored pieces that we can't even see. And that is the end of me talking about anime that I watched in the past 2 days. Let's see. I need a brown 1x2. I don't see it. Did I? Nope. There's a piece that I missed there. Huh. I need a brown 1x2 like this. Oh, this is the wrong color. That's why. I was like, why is this? Where's this piece? This piece was in the wrong spot. That's why I couldn't find it, everybody. Now's the part of the stream where I want to hear from you. What are you watching? What are you playing? What are you into right now? Is there anything that, like, you're desperately wanting to tell me about, like, the games you're playing, the TV you're watching? I love hearing from y'all about what you're into, what's got you going. So let me know in the chat if you've got anything that you want to talk about there. I have to move this because I can't see. The overhead light was reflecting on that, and I couldn't read what was supposed to do next. For me, fucking boring shit again. I have still playing Hitman. I ran into a rope. I had a really bad day with Hitman last night. Last night I was watching some wrestling and playing some Hitman, and I was just doing a bad fucking job. Oh God, I was just like missing headshots, like easy, like could have shot somebody with a sniper rifle, knocked them in. Nobody finds the body. Nobody knows I did it. Nobody hears anything. Like perfect. And then I just like miss. They just like walk out of frame, or I just completely whiff because I got nervous. Like all kinds of dumb stuff. Like easy things that should not have been a big deal, and I was just making a big deal. Oh, frustrating. So I didn't have my best time. I need 2 black ones here. Okay. With Hitman, but I should say I still love Hitman. I still really love this freelancer mode. It is just so fucking fun. I'm still having a really good time with it. I would still recommend it if you played some Hitman, you haven't checked out the freelancer mode in the World of Assassination. It's very cool. Even if I had a bad time yesterday with it. More on my Persona 4 mods, but I played a bit of that today, getting some stuff ready. I want to be in a fun spot. I want to be in like an early spot in the game, but also like a good, like I don't want to be in too much of a tutorial in the first dungeon. Like I want to get some of it done. So I've been playing through that to be ready to talk to y'all about it. Harold says, Fire Emblem Engage. I also did an extra live stream of Fall Guys earlier. Oh, and Star Trek Picard's final season started last week. Pretty good so far. Nice. I heard that was in the final season. I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. I have heard good things about that Fire Emblem. I don't play the Fire Emblem games myself, but, I hope you're having a great time with it. Why do we have so many of these? We have so many of these pink things here, so I gotta do that. We gotta finish the eyes on this. This octopus needs eyes. Must have eyes. Requires eyes. Gots to have those eyes. Gotta do that. We gotta do that. Gotta do this, and then eyeballs. Mjon, hey Mjon, started Octopath Traveler 2 after finishing Fire Emblem Engage. Nice. That sounds like a fun back-to-back game. That's cool. Yeah, are there any other games that I've been playing? Not really. I mean, I play Hearthstone every day. I still like playing Hearthstone every day. I have some decks that I think are going to be fun. I'm going to show those off on Tuesday. That'll be good. Let's see. There's a bunch of fun stuff going on out there on the old internet. Like I said, there was a new video from Mother's Basement today that I thought was really good. Talking, in depth about anime that even I don't want to watch. So that is always fun. Jeff gets into the stuff that I'm like, there's no way in fucking hell you'd ever catch me playing or watching. So it's always nice to have that. I have not played. I don't think I'm gonna play Ichin like anytime soon. The throwback, like, has the voice actors playing characters like a dragon / Yakuza. I just don't necessarily think that I'm going to be checking that out. But Arctic Soft has been checking that out. You also jumped into Pokemon Legends Arceus. Really cool and different. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about Arceus. I know some people loved it, absolutely adored it, and other people bounced off of it immediately and were just no. So yeah, I've heard mixed things about that, but I'm glad you're having a good time. Lashbrook has been grinding on Apex Anniversary stuff. Played a bit of Ishin, less than I would have liked, but I guess just being lazy on my vacation is fine as well. Hell yeah, Lashbrook. Enjoy that vacation. Enjoy being lazy. I hope you're having a great fucking time with it. I did some grocery shopping today. Got groceries delivered. I went for a walk. It rained last night. Hey, remember when I was talking about how it was warm here? It's not warm here anymore. We had a dip in temperature, and it rained overnight, which threw everything off. Now I know why we need these. These are suction cups for for our octopus. That's why. So we're doing 8 of these, so I'm just going to do all of it in a row here. So I did some grocery shopping. I'm excited. Tonight's dinner was easy and fun. I had a baked potato because my potatoes are kind of going. I just haven't been in the mood to eat them, and I need to. So I'm probably gonna do roasted potatoes soon, just so I can cook up a bunch of potatoes and do that. So I don't know if I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that Monday. Tomorrow I'm gonna do mac and cheese, so I can have the leftover mac and cheese on Tuesday. Because I want whatever I eat on Tuesday, I'm just gonna microwave. I'm gonna do all the cooking ahead of time. So I can do mac and cheese tomorrow with whatever I know what I'm making. Yeah, hell yeah, I know what I'm making tomorrow. Manager special. I got myself some shredded steak, for cheesesteak. I'm gonna make cheesesteak tomorrow because I have some onion that I need to use up, and I have a little bit of red pepper left. So I'm gonna make a cheesesteak. Because I do have a long roll. Is it perfect? No. Do I have provolone cheese, my preferred cheese for a cheesesteak? No. I'm going to be using American cheese. So it's more like maybe I even call it more of a chopped cheese, but I'm going to use American. I'm going to put the American on top of it. It's going to be good. That's going to be tomorrow's dinner. And I'll have mac and cheese tomorrow, and that'll be tasty too. But maybe I'll do roasted potatoes on Sunday. I'll have a little more time on Monday. I'll have a little time on Monday. Arctic Sauce says, I've seen enough stuff about Atomic Heart that I think I'm good. Some real bummer content there. Yeah, Atomic Heart feels like people were like, hey, we have this game that like fills a niche that people really want. What if we were bad about so much of it and also shitty about that? What if we made a game that could be cool, but we suck shit, is basically what Atomic Heart feels like. Tomorrow's menu for me is pulled chicken barbecue and potato wedges. Ooh, Arctic Soft, nice. I have some russets that I need to use up, so I'm probably going to make roasted potatoes for... Oh, you know what? What am I even thinking about? I got potatoes I want to make roasted potatoes, right? Why don't I make those roasted potatoes in the same pan as the other chicken thighs I have, so that the roasted potatoes absorb the chicken grease that comes off and that just sounds so fucking good. That's going to be Monday's meal. And Monday's meal is going to rule. Tomorrow, I got my cheesesteak and mac and cheese and a veggie of some sort. And that sounds great. And then Monday, I already know is going to be awesome. And then Tuesday will be whatever's left of that mac and cheese and some kind of meat that I'll cook earlier, because I'm going to eat dinner on stream. Now I'm thinking, yes, thank you, Arctic Soft. Yes. I'm going to eat dinner on stream, and that for me is rare, y'all. That is not something I do. I ate a little bit when I did my cooking streams. I ate a little bit of what I had cooked at the end, right? We'll have those Nintendo Industrial videos playing while I eat. That's the plan for Tuesday. But I want to have like something. I want to have like a bowl, right? I just want to have like, I'm going to do my cooking, and then I'm just going to throw it in the microwave, right? Have that heated up, get that ready to go. Just a bowl of mac and cheese and a veggie and then some kind of meat diced up, and just do that. It would be that. Yeah, I think that's just going to be like easy and fun. It'll probably be, I mean, could be beef. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure that out for Tuesday, what meat is going to go in there. You know what? I could cook up an Italian sausage. That would be great in there. Italian sausage, mac and cheese, and a, yeah, I think that actually sounds fucking rad. And then on top, some kind of peas or corn or something mixed in there. Yeah, probably peas. That actually sounds real good. And that's, I think, what I'm going to eat for the next... I know what my next 3 meals are going to be. That's fun. That's fun to have. I should write those down so that I don't forget. That is the plan. But that should be good. And then I'll probably just have a salad on Monday. Yeah. All right. I know what my next 3 meals are. That's nice to know. My folks are returning. I should just give an update on that. My folks are returning on Sunday. So the plan is that this Thursday I will be streaming in here. So I'll be streaming in here Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Then on Friday, I will move my gear back into my bedroom and stream out of there on Saturday and be back in there. And then my folks go back on Sunday. Because otherwise, if I did a stream here on Saturday, then I would have to move all my stuff back in and clean up in here all before they got back. And I don't want to do that. I want to like have it so that when my dad gets home, he can sit in his chair, which is right over there, and watch the TV, which is right over there. I would be directly in his fucking way. With this setup. So I want to do that and get that all set up for him. And clean up. I'm going to have to clean up. And I'm going to have to set up. And, like, I do all that work and get everything done. And then I have to, like, make sure that the overhead is right. And this camera is in the right place. And all that. And that looks good. I got to do... it takes some work to move things around like that. So I'll have to give some time here. We will definitely on Monday finish this because there's not much. You know what? Actually, you know what? This is the thing. We're gonna finish this because there's not much left to do on this octopus, and that way, when I finish this octopus, so we might even go a little long tonight, friends. Fucking hunker down, because the plan should be that we finish this so that I can, for Monday, disassemble everything and knoll everything, and then start either the manatee and the undersea like coral thing. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. I think this is supposed to be like coral, or the crab, the little sub, and the skeleton like castle. I think this lobster. Oh, it's a lobster or a crab. I think it's a lobster, and I do think I want to do that next. But yeah, that's a lobster. That's definitely a fucking lobster. So that's a motherfucking lobster. So we should finish this up so that I can, on my own time, because otherwise we would do like one thing, finish it, and then you'd have to watch me disassemble everything on stream, and I don't want to do that. I mean, it's fine, and sometimes you gotta, but we're so close to being done with this. We might as well finish the fight, as they say. And if we go a little over, we go a little over. It's, it's fucking Saturday, right? What the fuck? Why not? I'm excited for the subathon. I am looking forward to doing a long stream. I don't know if I'm going to get to 75 subs. I do think that I can get to, I think we can get to 40. We're going to watch the College Humor bits that I've been in, and we're going to watch I've never shown my difficult people clip. I've never shown that the clips of stuff from me in that, because I just pretty recently made that happen so I could do that. So I think we're definitely going to get to 40. Will we get beyond 40? I don't know. I do not know if we will get past 40. I'd like to think that we'll get to 50. I in my heart of hearts, which is, of course, 50 is watching some French wrestling, new catch. So I think we'll get to 50. Will we get to 60? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get to 60. That's just me, maybe being a little defeatist, maybe feeling a little bit like I'm not trying to be like, oh, I don't think we will, unless no, I actually do wonder if I'll be able to pull that off. I do think that I will show some French wrestling from the 90s that is fucking wild and totally worth checking out. I think that is totally possible and might even be likely. I think getting to 60 is, because the thing is, we won't probably get to 40 before the stream starts. I was wondering if maybe we would get the 5 we would need to get to 40 even before we got into it, just so we could start with that. But if we don't, that's okay. I think that's fine. We do have the benefit. I do want to just say that there is the benefit of the fact that I am not saying for sure that Jeff Gerstmann is going to raid us when his podcast recording is done. Jeff does podcast recordings on Tuesday. He usually wraps up sometime between 4 and 5 p.m. Eastern time, my time. Will he 100% raid us? I don't know. Vectroid is doing streams all week. He might want to raid Rah-Rah. He might not raid me. I don't know. It's okay if he does it. My hope is that we will get a bunch of people throughout, and that by streaming for many, many hours, we will draw people in. Because we'll start by just chatting, and then we'll play some games and hang out, and I'm hoping that we can draw in some people to come check out what I'm doing and all that. I'm looking forward to that. I think it'll be neat. It will be my longest stream I've ever done. Again, I don't know how long that is actually going to be. I can't tell you for sure how many hours I'm going to put in, but it'll be several. I'm gonna eat. I got 2 games to play. I've got videos to watch. I've got the goals. Like even without getting to the goals, right? I still have a video game that I'm going to put like a couple hours in, and then another video game I can easily put in a lot of hours. And then some industrial videos. There's not a lot with the industrial videos. Those are really there for like mental breaks or eating or stuff like that. Those are to have something for y'all to watch while we're doing other things. But it'll still be fun. We'll still have a good time. You'll still like it. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm excited to do all this nonsense and silly stuff. I think people will have a good time and enjoy it. I hope they do. And also, hey, guess what? If people don't have fun, then fine. Like if people don't come out, if people don't want to gift subscribe themselves or gift subs to the community, like if we don't hit our goals because it just doesn't work, okay. I mean, I'll be disappointed. I won't lie. I'll be disappointed if I don't hit my goals, but I'm not like, I don't know. I'm not like gonna feel too bad. Again, let's be real about this, friends. I don't want to drink Pepsi milk. I would love it if we got to 74 subscribers. Like, in a perfect world, I get to 74 and then it ends. And I don't have to drink any Pepsi milk. Like, that sounds rad. Because then I've gotten 74 subscribers and also I don't have to drink Pepsi mixed with milk. A full glass. This has water in it, so I can't turn this to go like a full glass. But like here, you can see this. We'll do this. This is the glass that I will be drinking Pepsi out of. Pepsi milk, I should say. Pilk. This size glass. It's pretty big. Like, for scale, the sub, you don't know how big is. But believe me, this is a large glass. And I will be filling that with a mixture of Pepsi and milk. And, I'll try to 50-50 it. I don't know what the quote-unquote good ratio is for it, but I'll do my best. All right, we are almost ready here. We have to do 8 of these, connect them all together, and then connect all that together. And then we'll be ready to push all this stuff together and finish this cool octopus. We'll probably go a little over time. We will raid at the end of the stream because look, you knew what you signed up for. You knew that I would be raiding. Also on Tuesday stream, I will be sitting properly in this chair. I am currently leaning forward, so I am closer to the build surface. This is where I should be. I should be streaming like this. This is how I should be streaming, and I don't. So this is how I will stream for that Tuesday. I'll probably like inch my chair in a little bit, but like this is like me with my back against. This is how I sit when I'm watching stuff. So I will do that for Tuesday stream instead of this, which is how I stream when I am model kit building, where I'm leaning in a little bit because that is, unfortunately, this is the best way to do this. A little closer. I'm not, whatever. My mic isn't in the way of me building and all that. It's fine for a 2-hour stream. Like, I don't have back pain, but I'm not doing that for a lot of hours. Like, fuck no, I'm not doing that for a lot of hours. I'm going to be comfortable. I might even have to zoom my camera in a little bit because I am back a ways. So I might zoom in my camera some. Who knows? But yeah, this is fine, but I'm not going to do that for multiple hours. I have to think about my body. I'm 42. So I don't want to hurt myself long term for a long stream. I don't want to be like, yeah, my back really hurts and my voice hurts and I drank Pepsi and milk mixed together. Like, no, that sounds like a bad Wednesday to wake up after all that. Who knows? Who the fuck knows, everybody? Either way, I want to thank everybody for being here. We're almost done with this. Again, we're going a little over 11 p.m. That's cool. Actually, I hope that we stream long enough that my buddy Will have started, because he often starts at like 11:15, and I never get to raid Will Smith. I think we've done it like once. So maybe we'll be able to raid Will. And if not, we'll find someone cool to raid. We often raid Matt Wiggins on a Saturday night because he streams on a Saturday. Maybe we'll do that tonight. I don't know. We had that issue where I just told you to go to Jen's stream on Thursday. I don't know if she doesn't allow for raids at all, or if I didn't have enough people watching on Thursday to count for that. But we couldn't raid. We couldn't go on a raid. But I still wanted to go and support Jen. Because I've been an admirer of Jen's work for many years. Genitar, her work way back in the 1UP days. Been a big fan, and so she's streaming, and I thought that was neat. So I wanted to support, even if she didn't want me to support in that way. All right, we are. Whoops! Oh no. Again, I will disassemble all of this on my own my own time before Monday's stream, so that I have it all done, and we don't have to. You don't have to watch me disassemble, and then I'll start probably the lobster one, because I want to build that lobster. That's a good-looking friend right there, so I want to put that lobster together. And where are you? Here you are. All right, now all we have left is putting these legs together here. Got a lot of this. This octopus needs tentacles. Requires them. And then this is where the ink comes out. I think. I can't remember. I believe that's true. I don't remember. All right. There. And there. You know, I should have done this earlier, but I'm gonna look this up. This is Lego. Let me look this up. Lego 31130. Whoops. 1130. Sunken Treasures. I'm going to look up the actual names of all of these. Let's see. Sea animals. I know this. Yes. This is an octopus. I was right. I was like, is this a squid? Am I fucking up? No. This is a goddamn octopus. I was right. And then we got a lobster and a submarine. And then we got a manta ray and coral reef. Okay, I was right on all this shit. This is a submarine and octopus. Great. I, for a second there, thought I might be very wrong. I wasn't wrong. I knew what was up. Then we got our skeleton friends. Hell yeah, look at this set. This set rules. Put that right there. All right, we did 1 out of 3 in our 3-in-1, and that is going to end tonight's stream. Thank you, everybody, for spending your time with me. I appreciate it so much. We are going to end with a raid. That is how we end every stream around here in the old Build with Baer. I'm going to go find somebody cool doing cool shit that I want to go hang out with, and we'll give them a good old raid, because that's nice, you know? Y'all spend some time with me. We might as well spend some time with other people. I'm going to pause that. Let's see. Who do we got here? We don't need to do that. We don't need a person. Will has not started streaming, unfortunately. I don't know if he's streaming tonight. But I was hoping we might be able to catch him. We've done Arthur a bit. That doesn't sound... Oh, we could see. Let me see how long my friend here has been streaming. They've been streaming all day. Never mind. We're not going to go raid them. Hey, let's have a chill night. Let's go raid TQ. I got a commercial going on here for TQ. But TQ rules. Their community is rad as hell. Lovely people. She is playing she's playing Traveler's Rest, which is like perfect for her and her community. So that'll be good. We're gonna go give TQ a raid. Feel free to come along on this raid. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but I would love it if you did. Because TQ's community is lovely, and this game seems very fun. She's wearing her elf ears, so A+ to that. But yeah, let's go hang out. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I will see you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.